What's up guys, Adam Halley here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a nutrition video, something pretty basic, but some of the best tips that I can give you whether you are new or someone that's been doing this for a long time. Not too long ago on my Instagram I posted a question whether or not you guys wanted to see some content with exercise videos or something more nutrition related. And about 80% of you guys answered saying you guys wanted something about nutrition. So here I am, I made the promise, and here I am to give you that video. Now, one of the most important things that I can recommend for someone who's trying to get their diet set up is to have a balance. A balance between healthy foods and unhealthy foods. Now, when I say balance, I'm not talking about 50% healthy, 50% unhealthy, but I'm talking more of a range of 80% healthy, and 20% unhealthy. Now you're probably thinking, okay, why the heck is he suggesting to have 80% healthy food and to eat unhealthy food? Well, really, the only time that I would suggest or recommend getting to the 90 or even 100% clean food is whether you are one, preparing for a show in which you're trying to really cut your fat, or if you are obese. And I imagine that only about 5% of you guys fall into that category. The reason I recommend to have an 80 to 20% ratio is because this is the best way to ensure that you prevent getting an eating disorder. And I'm not talking about an eating disorder like bulimia or binge eating to the point of becoming overweight or obese, but for those who stray into the 90 to 100% range of only clean eating food, they also get an eating disorder. This eating disorder is very real and is something that I and many friends of mine have experienced. Not too long ago, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, I was in the 90 and even 100% range of only clean food, only healthy food. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to cut fat. I wasn't getting ready for a show, nor have I ever been super overweight. I just wanted to push myself and my body to see how lean I could get. Not the best excuses, but that's why I did it. While I was at that ratio of about 95 to 100% clean food, every time someone offered me a cookie, a piece of cake, or to go out and get some pizza, something normal, something social, I looked upon that with so much disgust, as if that one cookie was going to ruin my day of clean eating, was going to ruin that great diet that I just had. And really, that way of thinking is unhealthy because it's really not that true. Now, if you go and have 2,000 cookies in one day, we're talking about something different, and you definitely will have some negative results from that. But really, the effects of having such a strict diet, you look upon food as nothing more than simply to function and to give its purpose of providing energy, and that's it. Now, this isn't the best way to go about having your diet because honestly, you can have an 80% of a clean diet and go out and have a cookie, go out and get a burger. Like it's no big deal, honestly. Especially if you were to look up how many calories you burn in a day. For example, if you were at 2,000 calories, let's say in one day, that's how many calories you burn in a day. 20% of that is only 200. And so you could fill that up with 1, maybe 2 cookies. And so that is not a big deal. And then you could fill the rest of the 80% up, the 1,800 calories, with other healthy foods that will give you lots of energy. So you could fill that other 80% of calories up with healthy foods to give you good energy, to help you throughout the day, to get some good workouts, and to function properly. So that's one of the main things I want to stress upon you guys, because a lot of you think that if I want to lose fat, if I want to get in better shape, I have to be within 90% to 100% clean calories, that's it. And that's really not the case, okay? We need to have a healthy relationship with food, and we shouldn't look upon it as if it's about to ruin our lives and make our goals so much more difficult to accomplish, okay? I promise you that if you wanted to lose weight, for example, lose some fat and put on clean muscle, you can do that with this ratio. That will not be difficult. Now, just an example of this ratio right here, let's pretend that you are eating 100% clean on a very healthy diet with very basic foods that you know will help you lose weight and to put on some lean muscle. Let's say that friend again comes over and offers you that cookie. You are going to look at it and hate it and think it's the worst thing on this planet. And that's not the way that we should be thinking. We should honestly be thinking that it's no big deal, because it isn't. We really need to have a balanced look at our diet and nutrition in a whole. And for example, if you're trying to lose, let's say 20 pounds of fat, I would still recommend this diet, because that theory still applies that you can't look at food, unhealthy food, with such a negative eye. Honestly, it's fine if you are eating the majority of your calories with clean carbs, proteins, and fat. Now, this is a super basic overview of the best tip that I could give to anyone who's trying to set out a diet and really fix out their plans of what they're eating. Really, and I don't expect you to calculate this perfectly, but everyone knows what is clean food, what's healthy for you, and everyone knows what's bad. So if you're eating a pretty high majority of clean foods, it's not a big deal if you want to go out and have something, even every day. That's not a big deal. Now, if you want to cut back a little bit and do it every other day or maybe like 2 or 3 times a week, that's totally fine. But don't restrict yourself so much to the point that you're looking upon this unhealthy food with such a negative eye, because that will become an eating disorder that is very real and as strong as the other eating disorders. And the reason why I bring this up right now is because it's kind of the base of everything else related to nutrition. And honestly, a balance can be applied to everything in life, not just nutrition. It can be applied to family life, friend life, relationships, schoolwork, work, everything, all of your goals that you have. So honestly, applying it to at least one thing, nutrition, to start off, you'll be able to apply a balance to almost everything. Now, later on, with more videos to come, we'll be covering more in-depth topics. A lot of you posted on that last question that I had on my Instagram about a week ago, that some of you would like to see macro versus micro dieting, the effect of intermittent fasting. What else was there? There was someone who said they wanted to learn how to better balance their college life, their busy life with their relationships as well, and having a clean diet. There's going to be a lot more information that I'm going to give out to you guys in the future, but I just wanted you guys to have this basic concept in your heads right now, that it is not a big deal, honestly, if it's this ratio to have unhealthy food. Now, if you're starting to drift into 30, 40, even 50%, then there's going to start occurring some problems, and really you're not going to see the results that you want. So be sure that your ratio is smart, but don't be afraid of those negative foods and those unhealthy foods. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In the comments, leave any questions or any suggestions for posts and videos that you would like me to cover in the future related to nutrition topics, and also exercises that you guys want me to cover. And I'll do my best to get you that content as soon as possible. Get ready for more content in the future. Thanks a lot, guys.